Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to win the show Hexagone Trials in Fall Guys, so be sure to subscribe if you guys enjoy Fall Guys content just like this. So the first thing I like to do is just take a look at the lobby, see if there's anybody wearing gold outfits, because if there is like a gold dragon or gold knight or something like that, you might just want to leave this lobby because they're probably going to win this one. But what I like to do on these first rounds is I'm going to drop down to this lower section here, and I'm just going to run around and try to create a big hole so these people on these higher levels are just going to fall right through and hopefully get eliminated. So I'm just running down these tiles, running through the middle to try to get rid of as many tiles as possible rather than just running on one. So we're getting rid of a lot of tiles. Once people start coming down and falling down to this level, that's when I'm going to slow it down. So right here, I'm just slowing it down, taking my time, slowing it down, just jumping. Now we're going to drop to this blue level here, but I'm going to do the same thing, just slowing it down. Nice slow jumps, people are getting eliminated, we just need one more person and then the round's going to be over. Just like that, easy quals, on to the next one. So for round 2 here, we're pretty much going to do the same thing that we did in round 1. We're just going to drop down and run around on that lower section. But stick around for round 3, the final round, because our strategy is going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to drop down to this lower section here, just kind of run around, create a big hole again. Same thing just like last time. It's going to be a little bit harder with less players, but we're going to do the same thing. And we're just going to wait until people start falling down, and then we're going to slow it down. But one thing you really want to do on Hexagone and Hexagone Trials in general is you always want to be planning your next moves. So you should be always looking down at that lower section beneath you and know if you do fall where you're going to land. So I'm constantly looking down below me and looking what those players are doing. Also at the same time, looking on the level that I'm at and looking what players are doing on my level. So I carved out a nice little area for myself over here. Nobody can jump on this area. This is all me. So I'm just jumping and nice and slow, taking care of all these tiles. A lot of people down below me, so we should be good on this one. But I'm just looking down. Once I start running out of tiles here, I got to figure out where I'm going to drop. So I'm looking down, seeing what blue tiles I'm going to jump on, since that's the level below us. I'm going to take these right here, nice and easy. I'm already planning my next moves. I'm going to move over here to this next little area. So you guys see I'm constantly just like planning ahead. We just need one more person to get eliminated. There we go, on to the finals. So like I said, this third round is a little bit different. It's the final round, so we need to be the last being surviving if we're going to get this win. So we're going to take things nice and slow from the start. We're not going to drop down to those lower levels. We're going to try to use as many tiles as we possibly can on these upper levels so that we can just be above everybody else and see what they're doing and all of that. So we're just taking it nice and slow. One piece of advice I will give you on Hexagone is try to be where the other players are not. I know it sounds easy or simple, but like looking for those big areas of space where everybody's going, like everybody wants that big area of space, but if you can find some smaller areas of space, it's going to help you out a lot better because you're going to have all those tiles to yourself. So these tiles are running out here, but if you guys saw, I'm doing something a little bit different on this last one. I'm jumping and diving, taking it nice and slow so that I can just use up the tiles as slow as possible. So you'll see it here soon in a second. I just want to use these tiles really slow, so I'm just jumping and diving. You guys will see it here any second now. But right now, I'm just kind of taking it slow. These people are kind of intruding me a little bit, and we're just taking it nice and easy, seeing where these people are at. See, all those people are over there, so we don't want to go over there. We want to find a little area of our own. And honestly, these top levels don't really matter that much. What really matters is like the last 2 to 3 levels. So if you get messed up on these top levels, it really doesn't matter. You guys see I made a few mistakes here, but I can save it. Don't worry about it. Don't get frustrated. I see a lot of people like this Iron Man next to me right here. He or she is very frustrated and they're running around because they dropped down. But don't get frustrated if you do drop down a couple levels. Just stay nice and slow. Stick with the strategy. I'm doing a little cutoff here. So now I got this whole area to myself. So now you guys will see this jump and dive strategy here in a second. I'm jumping and diving nice and slow so I can take care of these tiles as slow as possible. But just don't get frustrated if you do get knocked down. Stick to the strategy, keep it slow, just use the tiles as slow as possible. So here's the jump and dive strategy, you guys. We're jumping and diving. This does take some practice to get used to. You guys see I planned my move ahead over here, so I got this yellow space for me. All me, nobody's up in my space. I'm taking it nice and slow as possible, jumping and diving, jumping and diving. Like I said, it takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but it's super helpful because you're using these tiles basically 2 times as slow. So I'm looking down to see where these other players are at. We got a few people left. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do here. And then I realize that they are on this other side over here, so I need to cut them off. So I'm running, and I'm gonna cut them off right here so that I can just take this whole space to myself. So now, once I've cut them off, they cannot get my tiles over here. I know I got more tiles than them, so I'm just nice jump, slow diving, and we're gonna get this win here. There it is. And that is how you win Hexagone trials, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have any other tips or strategies that you guys use, let me know in the comments down below.